passenger style train.
Okay.
This Moss is driving me nuts. Hold on, I gotta take this off.
What is it?
ALCO. It's Moss on an ALCO.
Moss on an ALCO.
But then we'd also make domestic.
Hey, that's a good. Hey, listen, that's a good thing for the. That's a good name for the documentary. Moss on the ALCO.
But,
Mike, would that be a good name?
Yeah, it would be.
What's a good name for the documentary?
Moss on an ALCO.
Moss on an ALCO. That is the. So that would be Moss. You talking about like Pete Moss?
So Chuck, being not from the Schenectady, New York, what do you think of American Locomotive?
I'll tell you one thing. It's a lot of history that I really never knew about. Until you told me about it, I really knew they even built trains in Schenectady. I drive by that thing every day, and I thought it was just a steel company. But come to find out, you let me know that it was American Locomotive, one of the biggest train locomotive manufacturing plants in the world. And the trains are still running today. It's amazing. I mean, I haven't been in Schenectady that long. I've been here about 10 years. So I don't know the history, but you've been schooling me on it. It's pretty amazing. And I hope to God more people get involved with it, because even seeing a train like this sitting down here in the middle of Schenectady is awesome. You know?
It's pretty sad this RS3 is going to kind of hell. I don't know.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know, is the funding there maybe? Maybe they don't have funding to fix it, maybe. I think they should take better care of it. I'm sure that they can get some volunteers to come down, scrape and paint, and do whatever they got to do, you know? What's it take to get a steam cleaner down here, or a pressure washer to wash the thing, you know? Maybe we should volunteer our time, get some pictures of that, you know, for the documentary we're going to do on American Locomotive, you know? And it's going to be called Moss on an ALCO, or on the ALCO or in ALCO.
How about on an RS3 right there?
Oh, we can do that. But I think ALCO has a lot of history, something I never knew about, and it's pretty amazing. I was never a big train guy. I grew up in the city of Boston, where we have a lot of trains, you know? A lot of public transportation trains. I come from a city where it's bustling, so I've been on trains, road trains all my life. Not these type of trains, but, you know, a high elevated train system that we had. And I you know, it's just amazing that a small city like this could push out something this big, you know. And even like GE, this is just as big as GE when you think about it. I mean, think about it. GE builds their stuff. What do they need to get it out of here? At that time, they probably used ALCO trains to transfer it all over the country.
They didn't just use them; they also helped manufacture some traction motors, just like the train we're looking at now. What do you think about ALCO and how they developed the country? You think that's really cool that you moved to a town, you know, that you think it's just some hill bunk town, and come to find out, it helped build the world. It made the world what it is today.
Listen, from all the history that I've seen on ALCO, it ain't just Schenectady. These trains are pushed all over the country, all over the world. They're still running. It's amazing. I can't believe it, man. You know, who'd have thought? You'd think of something like these kind of trains aren't even in production anymore, but they're still running after hundreds of years. It's amazing. So this is the original scale model, Mike?
Yeah, well, it's a clay model of what they built the train off of.
Really?
Yep. ALCO always built, you know, clay models of trains that they were building.
That thing is amazing.
Like car manufacturer.
Now, what is that plate there?
I'm not sure. So
It looks like is that the side of the train?
That's a real ALCO symbol. So
really?
It might have been, plate off the train. Could have been a test plate. Sometimes they put their name on it when they're testing. That's right now.
That thing is awesome.
So yeah, you can actually see where it's chipped away in a couple spots. That's all clay.
Yeah. So that's actually a clay. I mean,
Yep.
The train itself is made out of clay?
Yep.
That's amazing. And what's the little puppy here? What's the little, what's a little UP?
Yeah, just a little UP tin toy.
This is what tells you all about it, huh?
Yep. I already got a good video of that.
That's awesome.
This is inside of American Locomotive. If you've seen any black and white videos on YouTube, this is where they built the locomotives. STS Steel is now using it to fabricate girders and stuff like that for bridges.
Wow.
This is the former home of American Locomotive. Show them the roof and everything, the home markers. As you can still see, there's still some some resemblance of the that tells you the former past of this place. You know, some of the signs in here, which I know Chuck and I like. Here's one of them that lets you know what this place used to be.
What is it, Mike? Where? What rail spot? 1 through 3. And Mike, I'll tell you, I'll be the first to admit, I am a big fan of infrastructure, tearing down old buildings. I always was. But this is kind of like a different story, dude.
Yeah, it's a piece of history.
I really was never big on old buildings hanging around, making our city look bad. But when you talk about the history and you talk about the stuff of this building, it makes you think twice.
Well, I understand it's got to come down, but let's pay some homage to the people that worked here.
Yeah.
And, you know, I know my neighbor Larry across the street from me, his grandfather died here in a forklift accident.
Will he speak on this at all, you think?
Yeah, but, you know, it's just, this is a piece of American history. Let's not tear it down. Let's not replace it with nothing. Let's really, let's pay some homage to the history that's here. This is a great site with a lot of American history right here. Not Schenectady history, American and world history.
Yeah. This is it, huh, Mike?
Yep.
This is the big kahuna.
Yep. You can see the crane over behind you. If you see where that stairwell is, that block wall, on the other side of that block wall.
Yeah.
Come on, just set this somewhere.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you come on down here, this is a girder that SDS Steel is building for bridge structure.
So SDS is doing their own thing in here, huh?
Yep. Keeping this building alive with, you know, steel work, good old American steel. So they used to. These are all individual bays, you know, like B42, B41. These are all bays. You still see some of the signs up there with all, you know, all the stations.
Yep.
These are the individual stations.
Yep.
Like pipe cutting and bending was over there.
Okay.
You know, this would be hydraulic testing area for the cranes. You know, hydraulic cylinders and other things.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, the building for being such an old building is still in good shape.
Yeah. Mike, if you were growing up back in the age when this place was going, you think you'd be working here?
Oh, definitely.
You think you'd actually be working in a place like this?
I wouldn't just be working here, I'd be welding and be one happy guy.
Really?
Yeah. When I worked for Super Steel building locomotives, it was the best job I ever had. I loved it.
Really?
And the day they closed the doors, it really upset me. I mean, felt proud because I knew a lot of guys in Schenectady County that built, you know, locomotives here, and I always wanted to work here and I couldn't. And to be able to still work in Schenectady County on locomotives and get the respect from those guys really meant a lot.
Yeah.
But this was the supervisor's quarters.
This was?
Yep, right here.
That's where all the eyes were, huh?
I have a picture of RS3 sitting right here.
Right.
And being built. Who knows what RS3 it was? Could have even been the one I was just sitting
Right.
in.
Let's talk about the big boy.
Big boy.
Where was the big boy built? Right in here, too?
Right in here.
Really? What trains? All right, you name.
Why don't we walk down here?
All right, can you name all the trains that were built actually in this one facility we're in right now?
Oh, you got an hour?
Well, yeah, I do. I got plenty of time,
You got
Mike.
the Hudsons, the big boys, the Challengers, the RS3s. I mean, I can go on for days on end and days on end, but the best, to wrap it up in one sentence, it's the best trains in the world were built here, and I don't care what you say, you can't beat an ALCO, and there was nothing like an ALCO. And still to this day, when you see an ALCO that's been restored, that I know there's people out in, you know, Colorado, and I know Super Steel has fixed a few ALCOs, and they're running beside a brand new EMD, and they're just blowing its doors in. It's a good feeling to know that was built right here.